Hello in TV land, it's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. Alright, yes, we are back to recording an episode, a session, an entry, recording stuff on the day that I'm supposed to upload the stuff. Yes, so let's I'll go ahead and jibba jabba while I'm setting things up. And I should have Winescoped to get the focus back. That always concerns me when it does that. Let's hope the pickup is working better now. Alright. Lower the resolution, make myself less pretty. It's very, very difficult. You have to use technology and hardware to make it happen. And even then, it still can only hide so much, you know. It's like, it'd be like, you need really strong sunglasses to correctly block out the sun, and they haven't developed the sunglasses that can block out all of this. Let me see. Yes, opening the terminal. So as I said, yes, back to recording the actual session on the day that I'm going to upload the session. I'm sorry, the stuff. And yeah, that's because Freelancer Joe did break down and go to his company's all hands meetings, and as Freelancer Joe, I wouldn't say feared, expected, predicted, it was not the most optimal use of time. Now, of course, my one of my bosses knows that, or at least that's the particular feelings, but we get to joke about it. And while it's not necessarily an informative thing, it's good for the company morale of having bodies show up and esprit de corps and blah blah blah, and look how big we are and how important we are, and look at all these smart people in this room. The whole kabuki show. Kabuki, what a good word. I'm not sure what the actual... It's interesting, when it comes to Western words, you look up like the Latin origins of it, but it never really occurred to me about like Asian words in general and their origins. Not that I like most Asian languages anyway. I just like the way Japanese works because of the syllables they use. It just makes things more easy to kind of read out when it's romanized. Not necessarily when it's still in the kanji or hiragana form. Hiragana and katakana. Sorry. I did take Japanese in college. Learned even less than I did in Spanish. But at least in the Spanish in high school, that was 4 years, in which I got straight A's but didn't learn the language. At least with Japanese, I like to watch anime, so I pick up my language skills for that from there, but I am certain those that are actually educated in Japanese, as well as native Japanese speakers, will somewhat look at me dismissively, and they would be well to do so. Alright. So I was saying, while I'm switching to the right directory, and I'm going to start it up, what was I saying? Oh yes, all hands meeting. Waste of time. Well, but the whole esprit de corps thing, blah, 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 blah. And plus it kind of helps so that when people show up at the office, they don't call the cops on me. I'm not saying that that happens at the office, but it has happened in other places. So, if I'm known as the scary guy in the office, that's fine, as long as they know not to call the cops on me. Oh, what am I doing? But you're like, Freelancer Joe, but didn't you say at least you could go talk to your points of contacts about potential future work? And that would be correct, except for the fact that one of my potential contacts came and talked to me before the meeting started in my own office, so I didn't have to stay late. Well, one, stay late, and two, go to the all hands meeting location site. So, yeah. And then the other point of contact, why didn't... okay, CD, Projects UI, UI slash UI. See, this is what happens when I miss one day. I just completely fall out of the groove. And start it up. Start up. Alright, yeah. So one of them talked to me before the meeting, and the other one didn't even broach the subject. And that's because, as I found out, that, let me see, the particular direction for their entire program, they're trying to figure things out. And that's never the state you want a project to be in when you're thinking about going to it. If they're still trying to figure things out, that's not the time to go there, because when you get there, they may have decided that what they wanted you to do is not the way they want to go. So, but to be fair, even if they seem to know what they're doing, you can still show up there and then they say, "Oh no, this is not how we want to do things." The joys of this particular type of work. And that's another reason why I'm somewhat interested in getting this freelancer stuff going. It's much more, let's say, smaller projects, but no less important. But smaller projects tend to be more focused and disciplined, and you can take things in bite-sized chunks, right? Whereas you're making a commitment for a shorter period of time. And of course, by doing it freelancer style, I can do it in the comfort of my own home or just wherever I have an internet connection. Whereas opposed to work, a 9 to 5 in an office, you make a commitment to go to a particular location, you disrupt your entire routine, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we had, and I say we again because it's you and me in this, you and me against the world. We had gotten all the warnings squared out, but we had one particular error pop up. When I used my submit form, it said that, it got an error message, but I had checked my email, and I did actually receive an email. So, how do I want to do this? Let's fire it off again. Joe at Jor.com. I am Jor. Subject, Jor. Jor is cool. Really? He is. Alright. I don't know why I bother doing that. So what I want to do is I want to see what the actual response is that I get back from AWS. But in order to do that, we need to have this network tab open. Because you see, if I open it up afterwards, it's not going to know what it did. Actually, let's clear this out first. Alright, so in theory, when I send this, it should show me what it sends and what it receives back. So there we go. This is the pre-flight request. This is the actual post that sends the message and gets a response back. And this is what I want to look at. I want to look at the response. Contact email. Huh. Well, now that's interesting. Did they change the lambda? Did I change the lambda? I don't think I changed the lambda. Well, it looks like we get to go into AWS and see what's going on. I seem to recall seeing... I know I got an email fairly recently, like maybe this morning, about things that changed, but I don't recall seeing anything about that. Yes, yeah. That's interesting. Who knew? Well, I mean, I knew Sunday when I said it, but yes. Oh. Okay, dashboard. Let me see my functions. Errors availability. Yeah. That's not surprising. Alright. See, yeah. Oh, neato. Okay. Functions. Oh, wrong region. Not sure why it's defaulting me to Ohio. Very strange. Maybe it's more expensive in Northern Virginia. Alright, so my last modified, I haven't changed it since a month ago, and it was working a month ago. Edit my code in line. Yes, yes. String missing. Send response back should say body that, right? Generate parameters, that's fine. Invoke service, send response. Well, actually, oh, wait a minute. Okay, well, one, the response actually should. Do I have to JSONify that? I wonder. Alright, let's see. What do we do? Email test missing fields. Test. Let's see what the response is. It says body. Missing fields. That's fine. Alright. Strange. Email test. Test. Body contact email sent. Oh, maybe the lambda hasn't changed. Maybe my code got out of sync. Oh, first of all, the error message said, what did it do? Oh, I don't have it anymore. That's strange, though. Oh, that's the payload. Where? I want to look at the raw request. I mean, the raw response. There we go. There we go. Response headers. Fine. Is it stripping out body? That seems odd. Curiouser and Curiouser. Was it manager, external, AWS? So I know it's sending the request and it's getting a response, and the response says, yeah, it's fine. But when I process the response, I check to make sure that it contains, well, a property called message. Oh, there we go. We have log received JSON. So I should be able to see what the response was. Actual JSON response. Snack bar, hire me, da 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 da. Here we go. Access fail. No, that's fine. I'm looking for, alright, response. Here we go. Huh. Interesting. Okay, for one, it's like a two-part thing, actually. For one thing is my code is expecting the response to contain an attribute called message. As you can see here, it does not. Alright, but the other problem is it should have, according to this, body and status code. Do I have status code? I do not have status code. I have status. What does that tell me? I think that tells me, actually, there's nothing wrong with the, there might be something wrong with this. I think there might be something wrong with my, well, not wrong, but different with my endpoint. My endpoint is, what does that fall under? Compute, analytics, non-storage, network, yeah, API gateway. That's strange. Again, I don't recall seeing anything different about that either. I created it on end of August, so I don't know what changed. No methods defined, contact form proxy, none required, post. Post. None, integration request, the response. So 200, response headers, response. And empty? This is different. This looks different. I think they changed something. Wait, what am I editing? Response 200. That's fine. No, I don't need another response type. I feel like they changed something. This looks new. This looks new. Okay. Alright, so let's create a model. What am I looking for? So let's create a new one. And we're going to call it contact form success application /JSON. I wonder when this changed. It's a model for contact form success. And we're looking for, well, it says message, but since I return body anyway, body, bothy. What is the format for this? There we go. And that's string. Alright. Body colon string. Create model. Errors in unsupported keywords. Body? Really? Cancel that. Let's look at error. What does error say? Let's copy that. What does empty say? Okay, alright. Alright, so let's create a new one. Alright, schema. This is contact form success schema. Alright, and body is going to be type string. Call this contact form success application /JSON. This is normally the sort of thing I would do off camera because this involves experimentation. Let's see if you take that. Alright, so it took it. So now we go back to resources. We changed post. So instead of returning, let's close this. Here, method response. Instead of returning why does this say description now? Okay. No, no. Here we go. Contact form success. Save that. Okay. And so now I need to redeploy it, though, if I remember correctly. Where did that go under? Is it APIs? Contact form? Stages? No, beta. No, I don't want to delete. Settings, tags, don't need a tag. Content. I'm basically trying to figure out where I need to redeploy this thing, and I'm trying to... Dashboard. I bet you it's dashboard. No, wrong. Documentation, resource policy. Where was the... Ah, there we go. Actions. Deploy API. Because you change it, you have to redeploy it. Beta. Deploy. That said, the model I used is basically going to, if it's successful, is going to return the message in body. So I need to change you to expect body. I can think of one body that I want to inspect. This is a channel for well, I don't know who this channel is for really, but yeah, it's PG-13, PG. Well, all right, let's redeploy it. So I believe, well, that's an interesting change. I still don't recall actually ever seeing a message about that in the Amazon updates. What's also interesting is that that would be a fairly difficult one to figure out if it broke, right? Because unless somebody actually poked the endpoint and told you, then you wouldn't know. So in this particular case, this is what, say, you would have a DevOps person for, somebody who maintains the status, or who maintains ownership of all the AWS stuff, and they have to keep an eye on the changes. Interesting. Alright, let's clear that. Submit. No, I didn't change that. Body. Alright, let's see what the response looked like. AWS access fail. I'm looking for ... internal content. Here we go. Status 200. Did the gateway change? Where was this? Let's verify. So we got... I do not believe this changed. Copy. Double check my config. Huh, this is actually a surprisingly good problem. I like it. These are the sorts of things that make this work interesting, if not annoying. Alright, 6Q HDK80OG57 execute API.USE/1. Really? That's a different... That's the invoke URL. I redeployed it, right? Dashboard. Under Virginia, API calls, yeah. Today's the 16th, right? Uh-huh. That'll take a while for it to catch up. See, I'm not sure if I redeployed it, or, I mean, I'm pretty certain I redeployed it. I got the model, contact form success, resources, post, proxy contact form success. Are there logs? Alright, so let's look at the test. Email test. Configure that. I think this should work. Request body. Paste. Test. Missing fields. What am I missing? Where do you look at? It's seen it, right? Callback, missing fields, invoke service, generate parameters, event.body. It'd be nice if I said which fields were missing. Do you not like this? Internal server error. Huh. Interesting. 502, internal server error. Alright, so now I did... No. Really? Fields were missing. What fields were missing? Because I cut and pasted the entire thing. So data body data, event.body, name, email, subject, and message. Name, email, subject, message, and name, subject, email, message. No, that should have worked. Unless it should have been this. No, still an internal server error. Oh, nope. Alright. Alright. This will be one last test, since we're almost at the 30-minute mark. And I'm not going to keep you around longer while I muddle through this sort of thing. And I didn't even get to do my normal thing about how y'all doing. And I hope you all are doing fine and wonderful. This is the sort of thing when a tech person encounters a nice problem. They get all wrapped up into it. No. What? There we go. Alright. So I did send it. The response is this. So this is actual test. Receive response, endpoint response. Method response, body after transformations. Okay. Alright, well, a little bit closer anyway. Maybe I shouldn't have spent all that time in the beginning complaining about my own hands. Oh, except for all these hands, because these hands are awesome. But everyone else's hands, well, except my honey buddy's hands. But anyway, we are past the 30-minute mark, and I'm not going to keep you any longer. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day, and that you join me tomorrow as I dig more into this and trying to figure out what additional changes I need to do. I'm pretty certain it has to do with that model thing and making sure the transformation occurs correctly. Pretty certain, but we'll see. Anyway, in the meantime, take care and God bless.